CJ, you need to get this out of my boundaries.
What? Well, what? I mean, you want me to stop the show?
Hey, this you miss
You ain't giving me nothing. I mean, when you come back, I guess you have to see. All right, we finished with apothecary? We did?
CJ, why is your work in my
So we're gonna look at conversions. So I'll tell you what I put on there. So
CJ, you just disappeared this morning. I looked and you were gone. You just disappeared this morning. I looked and you were gone. CJ, I don't got your truck because your truck has your name.
All right. So things you need to that you need to make sure like you might need to go over as you're going through to study for the test. You need to look at proportions like parallel. I think that was under. Let me see. It was under key calculations, I think. Yeah. So if you go back under medical terminology on the AS website, we got ratios and proportions and estimating. Make sure y'all go back through and look at those. I'm gonna give y'all the sheet. Remember the one I gave y'all? It's that key calculation. That sheet y'all did one day and y'all finished it when I wasn't here. I got them. I started to look at them and grade them. So I'm gonna get that back to y'all for y'all to have like some problems to practice with. But I need that and the other sheet you need to make sure you have them on Tuesday. So ratios and proportions and estimating. And your conversion and averaging. Averaging should be the easy part. And know which one is the most common measuring system. Good luck tonight. You're welcome. None of your business.
Which one that was?
One of them. The one that I had in my class.
Oh, Rakia.
Nope. No, that wasn't even one of them. I don't know his brother. I don't have Rakia. Oh, that was Kevin.
Kevin.
That
name sounds
familiar. Where your strap, girl? Because if they lose, I think they're gonna end up playing my nephew now. I'm going
but Twan said if they lose, they still get an opportunity to play the.
I mean, if they lose, they still gonna play. But I'm saying they might have to play my nephew now. Cause my nephew now they play Auburn tonight. So I'm gonna go to that game.
What the nephew play for?
They play for Smith Station.
Who?
Smith Station.
I ain't never heard that.
Yeah.
So what's that you looking up for your phone?
I'm looking at the test.
Who I turned that prom paper into?
Miss Ghostin? I don't know. It don't say it on there?
No.
I have no idea. I just know it's due today.
And I just got it today.
Well, I'm gonna stay out there. All right. And then like if you have a ratio, make sure you know if it's reduced to lower terms. Like got a common factor and reduce it. And that's what I'm only on number 14, so I'm not.
So how many questions?
Probably gonna be 20.
Probably about 19.
19 is not even, and
18.
It's still not gonna go right to 100 points. And the less problems you have, that means the less you could miss to pass. You know that. Right? I'm just saying, trying to help you out a little bit. If I put 10 on there, some people don't be messed up. I kept going a little bit. I said, let me go a little further.
You know, it'd be nice to put more on the no on the chart. I mean, not the chart, the stairs.
Metric system?
Yeah.
It's gonna be all of them, but I mean, I gave y'all a paper with the conversions on them.
Yeah.
You gotta know what to do with the conversion. I mean, I can't give y'all all the steps. I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink. Y'all gonna use that one day. Just wait. Ain't that right, CJ?
Mm-hmm. Stop calling on CJ now.
Y'all hate so much.
What about a hate? You so hate.
You so hate. That is not CJ. Why? God,
CJ, I'll call them.
Right. Cause one thing I'm gonna say about CJ, he be consistent. Some of y'all come and y'all want to say, no, y'all put your hand on this.
Oh, I talk to you every day. I come to your room every morning. Every morning. I talk to you every time I see you.
Who? Then when he'll come and put her head on the desk, we'll see. I don't see her face to the bell ring to go.
No.
No. CJ be consistent. I see CJ in the hall. He poked up down the hallway every day.
Okay, but he don't come here every morning.
He walks crazy every day.
But my friend do be coming up here every morning for her son down.
She come here and think she gonna bully somebody. That's a difference. No. You trying to tell me what to do with my stuff.
You be bossing in here?
Yeah, she thinks she's bossing. But I tell her get out my face.
What she say?
You heard what I said.
You said I be bossing.
You be trying to come here and boss it.
Y'all.
Don't let nobody get my water. I put my purse on your desk. Don't let nobody touch my purse.
Me Henry tried to learn how to put on wigs.
No, was it? It was just I just had it on Instagram. I don't even sit at my desk. It was just on. Okay. So just review, like I said, after lunch, because I'm going to make sure. Some of y'all had some, I don't know what, when I was looking at the worksheet, some stuff that wasn't correct. So I'm going to circle it, that part, if it wasn't right, so y'all can look at it again. Okay. So I'm going to give y'all that back after lunch, so I can make sure I got everybody's. Because I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you your grade, but I want you to go back and look at it, just to make sure. So like I said, we're gonna stop. We're gonna just do, so your test is gonna cover number basics, key calculations, measurement systems. We'll do medications, temp and time, charts and graphs like separately. So I'm just gonna like put them up. But just these two, these three, I mean.
So how many of them problems that you gotta multiply, divide? How many of them problems?
It's not that many. I'm not done, so I can't give you a number.
Because I need to know so I can go.
I was waiting until we went over. I was waiting until we went over the conversions and then try to finish. I don't know.
And then for the little ladder, just put like 10.
The ladder just put 10. Okay. All right, so we're gonna look at the conversions. All right, so just remember, y'all bring y'all's chart with y'all because I don't have no extra copy. So make sure y'all bring it. Now, if you don't have it, that's gonna be your problem. It's gonna be a PP, a personal problem. So make sure you bring it with you. Cause I'm just gonna, you know how I look. I just gonna look at you. All right. So objectives are distinguished between nomenclatures and the three measuring systems. Identify the procedures to convert between measuring systems and practice converting between measuring systems.
Convert between.
All right, so healthcare workers are often asked to convert from one system of measurement to another. For example, hospitals frequently give medication in metric units such as milliliters or cc's, which are cubic centimeters. However, in the home, patients are likely to measure medication using the English system such as tablespoons or ounces. And y'all know, y'all have probably like measuring cups, the little spoons that has the measurements on it. So healthcare workers must learn methods for converting between systems. Plus, I mean, it's easy nowadays. You get medicine, it usually comes with a cup, syringe. Like I get my daughter's cannabis, it comes with 3 syringes. 3 syringes? Maybe more than 3. But it comes with syringes. So, as far as doing that at home, they usually give you, everything you need.
Nomenclature.
All right, so each system has its own method of naming a measurement unit. So this is called nomenclature. An important part of the conversion process is to use the correct nomenclature. Healthcare workers must be able to distinguish between systems and recognize the correct unit names for each system. All right, so using what y'all know, y'all remember what goes in the metric system? We got liter. Who? Gram.
Meter.
Kilogram.
Where's meter? Oh, meter.
Centimeter.
Centimeter.
Hey, kilogram not on there? I can't see.
Kilogram is not. Milliliter. That's it. What about English?
What about what?
English system.
Foot.
Oh,
Yard.
you said foot. I don't know if you were saying pints. So we got foot.
Yard.
Nope. Gallon.
Mile.
Nope.
Drop.
English?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tablespoon.
Huh?
Teaspoon.
Inch. You said teaspoon?
Yeah. Ounce.
It's gonna go for both? Okay.
What is it?
Who? Quart. Both.
Grain go for
Apothecary. Grain.
Pint go for both too.
Pint go for both. What you say?
What's that F word?
What's the what word?
Florida.
Yeah, they go for both. Minimum, they go for both, I think. That's right, yeah.
Uh-oh, y'all got something wrong.
Don't pound go for apothecary. One go for both.
Yeah.
Gallon go with.
Cool. And then I need to see cup on.
Gallon, the only one y'all got. Alright. So that's, you got your metric, your English, your apothecary, and then you got one that's got both.
Procedure to convert between.
Alright, so this should be on y'all's. This is what I gave y'all, I believe. Is this one I gave y'all? Okay. So it has all, you got English, you got metric, apothecary for your weight. You have your volume, and you have your length. So when y'all are looking, when y'all using it to do your problems, just make sure you're looking at the right stuff. Okay. All right. So to convert between systems, healthcare workers must learn the relationships between measuring units. It's important to note that each exact equivalence between systems often do not exist. Charts like those shown here should show close approximations that may be used to determine fairly accurate values. So steps to convert between systems. So you're going to determine an equivalent between the two systems. You're going to set up your parallel proportion and use X for the unknown term. So this is getting y'all more practice with setting up your parallel proportions and solving for X. So verify that the answer is reasonable. If converting from a smaller unit to a larger unit, the answer will be smaller. If converting from a larger unit to a smaller unit, the answer will be larger.
Conversion.
All right. So, an example, while in the hospital, a patient received 300 milliliters of medication per day. How many tablespoons is this? So we're going to determine an equivalent between two systems. So we know 1 tablespoon equals 15 milliliters. So if we look over here, 1 tablespoon equals 15 milliliters. So we know we're looking at volume. So we'll set up a parallel proportion using X for the unknown. So our unknown is, we want to know how many tablespoons it is. So that's going to be our X. So if you set up your proportion, we know 1 tablespoon equals 15. So they have 1 tablespoon to 15 milliliters. So that's what you are giving right here. 1 tablespoon to 15 milliliters. On the other side, you have your X, which is what we're looking for. That's your tablespoons to 300 milliliters, because we know that's what was given to us. So y'all see that? How it's set up? Anybody don't see it? Oh, so all right. The first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna determine our equivalent between two systems. So we know in our example they gave us 300 milliliters of medication per day is given to a patient. We're trying to figure out how many tablespoons. So if you go to your charts, you're basically just looking to see what they give you that's gonna match what's in the chart. So we're looking at tablespoons and milliliters. So in the English one, is 1 tablespoon is equal to 15 milliliters in the metric system. So you see that? Okay. So that's what you gotta figure out what we're looking for. So then you're gonna set up your proportion, your parallel proportions. So that means, parallel on both sides. So what we're given, or what our conversion is, we know 1 tablespoon equals 15 milliliters. So we'll set that up on one side of your equation. So basically, you're writing it just like this, but you're using the colon, 1 tablespoon to 15 milliliters.
So you know that X equals 300. That's what you're saying. That's what it gets 300.
No. The 300 is right there in your problem. That's what was given. So you gotta make sure you look at what was given to you. We're given 300 milliliters. We know that's how much they get. We're trying to figure out how many tablespoons it is. So you set up your parallel. So you got 1 tablespoon to 15 milliliters. Then your X, that's what we're looking for. So we know X here is your tablespoon. So X tablespoons to 300 milliliters. We know that. So right now you're just going to solve for X. So remember, you got your means. Your means are the ones that are here in the middle. I always think of them as the two that's closest to each other. So you multiply 15 times X. That's going to give you 15X. You multiply your extremes, the ones on the outside. 1 tablespoon times 300 milliliters is going to give you 300. So then you're going to set up your equation so that the product of your means equals a product of your extremes. So you got 15X equals 300. Divide both sides by 15. It's going to give you 20 tablespoons. So that's how many tablespoons is in 300 milliliters. Anybody got any question on that? So it says to verify your answer, to make sure that it's reasonable, you got milliliters are smaller than tablespoons. So when converting to tablespoons, the answer will be a smaller number. So we know our number is 20. It's smaller than 300. Therefore, the answer is reasonable. Lost my paper. All right. So y'all straight on that part? All right. All right, so now we're gonna look at our problem. So you're gonna use your charts as needed to help you. All right, so the first one is 27 inches to centimeters. All right, so we're using length. So what's the first thing we need to do? Huh? Find the conversion. So what's your conversion? All right. Now what do you do? Huh? Okay. Oh, I didn't put phone. So we're looking for, this is X, right? So we got X centimeters to 27 inches. Oh, I said, hold on. It's 20. Oh. To X centimeters. All right, so what? So if we multiply our mean, so you got 2.5 times 27 equals what? 67.5. We multiply these two, we multiply our means, that's a 7, y'all. Our extremes, which is gonna give us X. So X equals 67.5 centimeters. Y'all see that? Keandra, you see that? So why that? Okay, so we're going 27 inches to centimeters, right? So you find the first step, you define your conversion. So you got that part? Okay, so your 1 inch equals 2.5 centimeters. That's your conversion. So what I would do, just take your conversion and put it like here, 1 inch to 2.5 centimeters. So you're going to go to the other side. The way I remember it to set it up, the values going to be opposite. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to multiply these two that's right here and these two that's out here. That's how you get your two different numbers. So your means, the two, I always think the two that's closest to each other, and then the ones on the outside are your extremes. And then you just solve for X. I wrote it wrong the first time, but the way I kind of remember to do it is, so if you know you got your conversion set up right, you just look at that to figure out where you put your other stuff. So if you're multiplying these values, centimeters and inches need to be opposite. I had it set up the other way. I had it flipped, which was wrong. It would have gave me a wrong answer. Yeah. Don't ask me why, but I find like I'm not the type of learner. I have to find stuff that's gonna stick out to me to make me remember why, that what I need to do. So I just say when you're setting it up, especially so we know this is given to us or it's our conversion. So we got that. When you go to the other side of this, you want your means, your values need to be opposite when you're figuring it.
Okay.
Because I flipped it. When then I looked at it, I was like, that's not going to be right. So I flipped it back. But I mean, that's just what makes sense to me. It might not make sense to you. It makes sense to me. So I find like when I learn stuff or I try to do stuff, I find things that, because I'm like considerably older than y'all anyway, but I try to find stuff to help me remember what I need to do. So I might have like little sayings or little words that mean this, and I just have to find ways to remember. You might see something different, but that's just how I remember how to do it.
Okay, so you was just saying like the last two, they got to. I'm trying to switch it up.
Well, they just need to, when you set, because you got this set up because that's what's given to you. But you got, like, if you don't set this up correctly, it's gonna give you a wrong answer. So how I just as we go through the problems and I'm trying to find something to help me remember how to set up this side, you're solving for X, but your values need to be opposite. So these need to be opposite. So like I had it set up where it was 1 inch to 2.5, and then I had X centimeters to 27. Well, if I had it written that way, let me write it so you can see what I'm talking about. 1 inch to 2.5. We'll just use 2 just because I wrote it, but it's really 2.5. Then I had X centimeters to 27 inches. See, if you look here, both of those are centimeters. Both of these are inches. You want them to be opposite.
Oh, okay.
That's what I just find little stuff to help me remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Because if I set it up like that, I was going to get a wrong answer. You see what I'm not trying to confuse you, but this stuff that sticks out to me to help me remember what I'm supposed to. Because, I mean, although I teach this, I still, I don't use it all the time. We might go over it like now, and then I'm not going to see it again until this time next year. So, like, I'm kind of relearning with y'all as we're doing it. Because I don't use this, not now every day. All right. So, y'all got that one. That's cool. Sanaya, that was fine. You sleep?
Mm-mm.
You cool?
I was listening.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do it the next one. What's the next one?
2.5 meters to
2.5 meters to feet. All right, come here. I'm gonna help you. We're gonna do this together. So 2.5 meters to feet. So first step, you got your chart. What's your chart? All right, so you got to find your conversion. We're looking at length. So you're gonna be here. So 2.5 meters to feet. So on here so here you go your conversion. If you look, 1 meter is 3.3 feet, right? So that's what first thing you need to write down. So I would just write it 1 meter equals 3.3 feet. You see what you see? Okay. Here. So right. 1 meter. I gotta write these up on you have to equals 3.3 feet. All right. So you need to set up your parallel comparison, right? Mm-hmm. So what are we trying to figure out? What would our X be? 2.5. What are we looking for? What are we trying to get? Look at it. Feet. So put an X right there on top of that. That's how I would. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. So we're gonna set up our parallel, right? Mm-hmm. So you're gonna kind of basically rewrite this. So you can use M, but 1M, and then do your colon or stem.
That's 2.
Let's do a dot. Okay, 2. So 3.3 feet. Forgot you was left-handed. Alright, so we're gonna do the color again, and then do another one. Do another color. Another color.
What's the difference?
I forgot what it stands for. I'll have to look it up because I can't remember. Alright, so we know we're trying to solve for x. So like I was telling them, when you set up your equation, these two, your means need to be opposite. So we're looking for x. We don't want to put that there. We want to put the 2.5 meters right here. When you're setting up your equation, your other side of this, like, so when you look at it, these are, when you solving, these means, you're gonna figure them out. You multiply your means together, but you don't want them to have the same value. So we're looking for feet, so that's gonna be our x. So you will put your 2.5 meters right here. So put your 2.5 M, and I hope I'm telling you this right. We're gonna see. And then you're gonna put your color, and then you're gonna put your x feet. So you see why I said that? Why? Because when you do this,
it can't be the same.
You don't, because of how you're solving. All right. So you're gonna multiply this. So 3.3 times 2.5 is what? I'll have.
Sure, let me see your calculator.
8.25.
Okay, so 8.25. And I'm gonna have calculators here for y'all because y'all are not using your phones on Tuesday. So you got 8.25 feet so you got 8. Yeah, so 8.25 equals x. Because if you multiply x times 1, that's gonna give you x. So you just put equals x. So that's 8.25 feet, or it's gonna be 8 feet 3 inches. So remember when we did let me see. So we know this 8. So that's gonna be your 8 feet. And then your inches, I don't know how we did that. Do y'all remember how we got the inches? Remember we did the problems when we got this and it had the decimal. It was some other step we did. We subtracted something, didn't we? This? No. It was the other one. Whole number times what? So 8. You remember what I'm talking about though? Mm-hmm. I can't look. I'm drawing a blank up here. I'm like, how we got this? So we got the 8 feet, which is right in 8.25. You can do 8.25 feet, but if you want to break it down to how many, I just can't remember how we did it. Let me see. I don't even remember what that was in. It was in the English system, wasn't it?
What you'll learn. Net the English system. English system. Wait. English system. Convert English. Convert English units.
go. So we multiply the whole feet by the number of inches in 1 foot. And then subtract the product. Multiply the number of whole feet by the number of inches. So we know that our feet is 8. So 8 times, what did it say? Number of inches by the... And one number of inches in a foot. So that'll be 8 times 12.
Determine the number of inches in 1 foot.
Is that right? 8 times 12 and then... Okay, yeah, subtract that product with number 3, total number of inches. Where did you get 6 from? That's 6. Well, I mean, what did you get 54? Huh. Okay, I get that part, but I'm a calculator. This is not making sense to me. Where your let's see. I'm trying to figure out how we got that 3. Divide the number of inches by the number of inches in 1 foot. So 50. What's the... I'm not gonna ask it that way. Cause I can't remember how I Well, you figured it out. You got the answer right there. Huh? 12 times 2.5.
Cause she asked me
2. Who?
and then I got help from Tito.
12
When you
times
ain't here.
2.5.
What about that?
Oh yes. 12 times 2.5. See, they did it in you said 12 times 2.5. So 30 minus what? We gotta get 3. Cause it's 8 feet 3 inches. Oh, then 2.5 and then it's like my brain hurt. So I gotta get 33 from somewhere to subtract 3.3 feet.
Yeah, I think we should have just like 2 problems of this.
I mean, you got it because the answer is 8.25.
I'm not.
But I was trying to get the actual.
I ain't gonna get it by Tuesday.
You will.
I ain't gonna get it now.
Well, I'm not gonna put one like that on there. It's gonna be like cut and dry. But if I put something like that on there, the answer gonna be 8.25, which is it. I was just trying to figure out how to do the 3.3 times who?
2.5.
3.3. 3.3 times 2. What am I doing?
I hope them same here. You ain't put
2.5. Well, you get 8. Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out how to get this into
the board.
Like
It's not moving.
Huh?
When you try to move it up,
I didn't do anything. You know how we got 8 feet? I was trying to get the inches. We know it's 8.25 feet. I was trying to figure out how to do the inches, which is not really relevant, but I was trying to figure it out. Scratch that. She did get it right. It's 8.25. We got that. We got what we needed. It's just I was trying to get the 8 feet and how many inches it was. So don't worry about that part. But do you see how you got this? You need it right now?
Mm-hmm. So don't change it. So we can't use this right.
Use what? You can use the you can use your you talking about the conversions?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all line up for lunch. You can use the conversion.
So y'all still say that? I didn't want my hot bike. You don't want my hot bike right Can you move over here?
Oh, my keys.
Leave your keys in here because I'm going to sit up in here and then I'm going to come down there and get a squirt. Yes, I am. Why? I was trying to warm up my food and then come down there to get the food. You want me to do it when I come back?
Yeah.
You do want me to walk with you.
No. So you got this down, Sanaya? Sanaya. Minor. I don't remember.
Okay, what's up?
Oh yeah, y'all phone going into jail for this test because y'all be on too much.
No, but when you be talking, we do pay attention.
Hey, not everybody.
Hold my phone. Hold that phone.
You said pause it.
I'm playing.
Y'all be yelling at these young men in the class.
It's all the
young sisters.
I'm just playing.
You know this thing recording, right?
Nigga, why you always do that?
I don't tell y'all to say these things.
I was just playing.
What?
That's not a young man because he has to be scared. Young man.
So was it recording that was talking about fighting? Oh, I was finna say.
When I got up here to start it, when I got started, I hit record and then
You ain't even pause. You still got the thing going.
I just started it back. What are you doing, girl?
She trying to look sexy.
Hey, y'all hit my mind.
Okay. What's the next one?
Let me do one for
Oh, come on in, CJ.
The next one is.
Hold on, CJ gonna do it.
You got a little excited when he said let me do it.
Cause he's eager to learn.
Don't you hate it, bro?
I don't know, CJ, baby. I don't know.
I'm eager to learn too.
You are. Okay, what's the problem?
Which one was on? 83 ounces?
We're at 55 centimeters, I think that's that.
Yeah, y'all know where we at.
Oh yeah. Shut up.
So I'm gonna need your
55 centimeters to
inches.
You need my chart. Get your own chart.
55 centimeters.
Me too. Hand me a picture that we get done.
You need what?
Thank you. We can do this up there.
Y'all know how to do it now.
I don't like it no more though. Because I thought I was done doing stuff like this.
Oh, really? We got it.
Surprise.
I ain't did this in so long.
We
We don't even do that in regular math.
No, we did this in science class. Remember who you had for science? I had
That's
next
right.
time.
So far.
Tell my ninth
With,
grade, y'all have next time.
Yeah, we had different.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I knew that. And then I multiply these two.
Mm-hmm. So you multiply your means and then you multiply your extremes. So the 2 in the inside and then the 2 on the outside. You multiply them together and multiply those two. Then you gotta solve for x.
Excuse me, teachers and students. Hey, teachers, make sure you check your email.
Oh,
You have an email from Coach Knight about the boys basketball. Make sure you check your email to make sure I feel get out of here so they can get later on. Thank you.
What? Ain't nobody told us basketball. I am. They said boys.
X, right? 2.5x.
Mm-hmm.
You said right this is with a pen.
Mm-hmm.
What my pencil do?
Can I get my
Man, did I
pen?
leave a pencil up there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
So I need to go and do my thing.
So you got 2.5x.
No.
Then
And what is
55.
this?
So you need to put
That we
2.5
don't
equals 55.
Metrics.
2.5.
Because you multiply these two, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got 2.5x. You're going to multiply these two, 55. So 2.5x equals 55 because you got to solve for x.
Okay. 2.5. And then I divide that.
Yeah, you solve for x, right?
Okay. It's 55 divided by 2.5.
Don't you got a calculator? Oh, that's your favorite teacher.
Oh! Oh!
That was
Oh, no.
80.
22.
22.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 22 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Can I explain?
All right. How y'all feel about that one?
I can't even see.
I guess it's right.
Oh, you want to join us now? Conversion.
Okay.
Measurement conversion. Y'all straight? I need to go through it.
Hold on, I'm trying to solve it myself.
Okay. Keandra, you see it?
Yes.
Hmm? Oh, my bad.
So once you find out,
We'll go back to that one. All right, so for this one, 55 centimeters to inches. So we know our conversion is the first thing we should do is find our conversion. That's the first step. So that's 1 inch equals 2.5 centimeters. He set up his parallel. So 1 inch to 2.5 centimeters. On the other side, you have your x inches, because remember, x is what we're looking for, to 55 centimeters. So you multiply your means. So the two innermost numbers, 2.5x, because you multiply 2.5 times x. So it's going to give you 2.5x. You multiply your 1 to your 55, it's going to give you 55. So you're going to have 2.5x equals 55. So you're solving for x. So you're going to divide both sides by 2.5. So x is going to be 22. Anybody got questions about that one? You always gotta get up. You do that every time. You know that. It's in your folder back there. I don't know. Jakari, is fifth period right there or is it behind there? Fifth period folders. Fifth period folders. Are they right there or are they back there? You know? I know y'all know better than me. It should be. Fifth period ain't over there in the corner.
We don't have no name on this. I'm probably
Looking nice.
Oh,
Girlfriend.
oh, you said they took you. Yeah, they took all of this one and they took two. I took my name on it because
Miss Melody.
y'all both in.
Man,
Should have stayed away.
baby. You don't even drive the right lane.
Okay, yeah, I got a car.
Right.
What about you?
Baby, don't forget you got a car. You can't drive it.
So? I know that you come on. Me and my license boy, I got a car when I was 15. Leave me alone. Let me get right. You got such a hater for no reason. I hate it.
Okay. I can pull it on my phone. You can put it on copy it. Are you talking to me? What you saying?
It's not phone charge. It's charged. Not charging because it's annoying. Mm-hmm. Why you get myself in? You come like your friend too.
I'm not talking.
They're like skin girl.
That's my cousin.
Oh, y'all look alike. Look like her. I don't like you.
You girl, that's it.
Yeah, I read what you said. And I'm telling you, here though, he's sick. You know how I was trying to not come y'all over? They said I was 5'7". Ain't no way.
Ain't no way, man. You can be 6 feet. That's bad.
I don't think she took my height right before.
I wish I could be that tall. I think I'm just 4'3", 4'2". No, I think I'm 5 feet. You're 5 feet, I'm sure. Okay, what's the next one?
You're the one. You do understood the responses. Because that's what you keep.
Which version of it?
See?
Right. I want to call up here.
I did. She said the lady ain't in the office. She was going to work.
I'm going to shit in. I don't know what I'm calling. This one got one missing. This one got one missing. You said student response.
Yeah, you did. You was there. That was my 84. 1, 2, 3, 4. All you can miss is 4. So just leave, make sure you leave 4 blank.
That's how much I did. I did have to tell her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I submitted to you.
You submit it on.
To the link. You told me to do it on.
Okay.
I did add this, but I just want to make sure I did it right.
Oh. Alright. So y'all good with this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh? You said you want to try number 3? Okay.
Did we just do number 3?
No, we skipped it. You had number 2. We skipped number 3. Alright, so we got 3 inches to millimeters. This yours or somebody's? This yours? Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Why I did that? Okay. Okay.
We do this one sound like the other one.
Huh?
We do this one sound like the other one.
What's the bathroom? Mission. So, INVIOR7.
Hey, I wanted to show you what I have down in my room for the tutu.
Hey, Miss Pam. Hey, how you doing? I'll be right back.
I go upstairs. Okay. And then I'll take this. And what number this is? Yeah, I got 75. Just clear tomorrow.
All right.
Nigga, I was like, we should go ahead and do the next one since you're not here, but they said no.
You was here.
You playing?
My bad. Knock me over. So these are, you multiply this and this, right? So you, that and that. So what did I have? What did it do? 3 X. What's this?
I had started to X, but
Oh, no. So you just divide it. So is this? So 3 divided by 0.04.
Oh, what's oh my goodness. Oh my God. No.
3 divided by 0.04. Okay. I didn't calculate, so I was just like, okay. All right. All right. Okay. What's the next one?
Yeah, we did.
25 grains to milligrams. Grains to grams. Oh Lord, I got confused already. Grains to milligrams. Grains to milligrams. Grains to milligrams. All right. So what's our conversion? We're looking at weight. One grain equals 65 milligrams. So, 1 gram. So we're trying to figure out X, which is their milligrams. So we got 25 grains to X milligrams. All right, so what's 65 times 25? Who? 1,625. And then these are our mean, and then your extremes is X. So X equals 1,625 milligrams. Did y'all see that? Y'all feeling a little bit better about it? Don't y'all be looking like deer in headlights too? Alright, so we got 25 grains to milligrams. So our conversion.
Probably because you wrote the whole word.
Because like if I put mg, that's really milligrams, so it's not. Well, I mean not milligram. Yes, milligrams, but it gets confusing with grains and grams to me. Why do you do that every time you show me the cook? She's right now. She's typing away. So then you got your 1 gram equals 65 milligrams. 1 grain equals 65 milligrams. That's your conversion. You set up your parallel. So you got 1 grain to 65 milligrams. Now on the other side, you got 25 grains to X milligrams, because that's what we're solving for. We're solving for X right here. So you multiply your means. 65 times 25 gives you 1625. Then if you multiply your extremes, that's your X. So X equals 1625 milligrams. You see it? Okay. What you laughing at? I know. Friend can't tell me that. Oh, yeah. This is a life. What other races? I'm coming here talking now. What? Oh, y'all leaving? Bye.
Oh my God.
CJ. They told us we weren't leaving.
I hope you come on the intercom saying stay in the class.
My time nigga will always miss my planning period.
My father not want to go to this lady class.
Yeah, I'm just saying here, right?
I don't be doing nothing there. I was going to tell me it's good enough for me. You want to what? But hey, you coming down here and get my lunch time. What? I'm coming down here and get my lunch time.
This ain't right.
You guys like it? Yeah, I need you to give it. So do you gotta go outside on your plane? I didn't get no plane today. I mean on your did that mean that outside?
No, you heard it. No, it's Friday.
All right, I'm
It's Friday. It's Friday.